working. There we go. Now it's actually showing up. All right, just need to make sure I can hear myself. Yep, we're all set. Jeez, that was like a battle. Well, nothing left to do but run out into the wild and see how this goes. Alright, it's up top. Let's see if all the grinding has done anything for me, or... I wish I had my follower with me. He's taking his sweet time to get here. Let's buff him up too. Alright, he really just doesn't want to be part of these fights. Why is everything in hell so dangerous? I swear every single monster pack's like an elite. I'm gonna focus on mostly farming some of these slightly easier to kill groups. I mean, this already feels a little bit easier than the first time I tried fighting in hell. But I can definitely feel how much worse it is than, like, Nightmare. Or I need to pull some guys away. See if I can pull them up here. Fight them away from the shaman, so that way he can't, like, heal them infinitely. Maybe let my follower take a couple hits for me. Okay, I just need to go kill these shamans, so that way I don't have them sitting here reviving all of the dead fallens. See, they're just reviving all the ones that are off screen. That sucks, and I have to go back and kill them all. That's not the worst. Ancient Shield, that's not really worth picking up. Probably got about 3 of them up here I have to go kill. 4. 5. Well, they revived like all of them. What's the point of even dragging them away? Oops. That shit. Here we go. So I have negative poison res, but everything else is at least even, which I guess is better than what I was starting with before. I'm gonna kill this zombie. I'm gonna just jump to the fallen guy down there. Now let's just pray that we don't get another physical immune. What's his face? Man, how am I forgetting his name? Corpse Fire. Which ironically should be like Corpse Ice. Let's try to pull him out of there. He's kind of surrounded. Gotta make sure we're grabbing as much gold as possible to first of all be able to revive my follower, but also for all the potions we're gonna need while we're clearing this. And just slowly making our way through hell. I think what I'm gonna try to do is I don't know, maybe not overly fight enemies and try to maybe get to Andy as fast as I can and just focus on like target farming Andy, because I think she'll be easier to kill than, you know, clearing entire hordes of monsters. And I think that that's what I'm going to need for like target farming, because I think Hell Andy, just her drops are way better than, you know, I guess other enemies that you'll find in the regular overworld or in Nightmare. It'll suck to have to navigate the catacombs every time I want to fight her, but it'll be better to navigate the catacombs than I think it will be to spend my time farming Nightmare difficulty like Eldritch 50 times. Plus this way I'll be getting more levels and stuff. And the item like potential drops, I think that's really the big thing. So far this isn't too bad. I'm sure it'll get way worse, but I'm fine with what I'm dealing with at the moment. I want my follower to join me. He does quite a bit of my damage. All right, there's Corpse Fire. Let's see, what's he immune to? Extra strong. So he's extra strong, but which is at least like fightable. Last time whenever I was playing against him, he's extra strong and physical immune, which is pretty hard to deal with. But I can now also, one thing that's nice, I can shop for super health potions in this act difficulty. Let's see if we can pull them up here. Jeez. Okay, he hurts. Let's run him up this way. Just gotta keep my line of sight on him. Big thing is I just don't want me or my follower to be the main guy tanking the whole like horde at once, you know. All right, let's play it slow. Go around the other way now. Grab our gold. That's a potion or so. This also lowers, yeah, target's attack rating, so it makes them less likely to hit us. But even then, I think it's just better to do this once I get them over here. Oh, follower, sir. Where do you think you're going? Alright, we need to run away from this because my follower will get himself killed because he decided to go fight Corpse Fire 1v1 or 2v1. I want to lead this minion away. Oh.
Rogues are safe for the moment.
We did it. That'll probably sell for a pretty penny.
You have clear.
Alright, let's see how much this sells for. I mean, it's got enhanced defense. Because of its etherealness, it probably didn't sell as well as it could have. Alright. I guess keep adding points to Battle Wars, what I was told was the right thing to do.
Good to see you.
I want to try killing this guy. If my follower would like to help me, please, sir.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, stone skin, not worth it. I'm just gonna run by him. Here's what they mean, like you're supposed to be a lot more selective over who you fight. And hell difficulty. Oh, scale mail. Oh. I don't want to get chilled. I just want to hit enough people to be able to keep running. Ah, crap. I meant to use the other potion. Alright. I think the big thing here is I don't want to waste my time fighting too much. Not yet, because I can grind Andy. I guess I should fight a couple people here or there, though, just to keep up my strength. Plus, I mean, these smaller groups are not as dangerous. But these big groups, I don't have any interest in wasting my time. This is fine. I can always go back and kill the count. Oh, well, I guess I'm killing her this time.
I shall meet death head on.
I would like my follower to teleport to me. I guess he won't do that, though, unless I go to town and go back. Well, I guess this shows what we're going to be in for here. My poor buddy doesn't live. I guess neither would I, though.
Thanks.
Join my army of the dead.
And this just ain't feeling like it's going to be worth it, honestly. I'd take way too long to kill everything around her. I really don't care to kill her. All right, now. I'd rather just find the stony fields and get going. Oh, we got the stones here, so let's kill some Rakanishu, I guess. If possible. Wow. Oh. Oh, Jesus. I just got disoriented for a second. That was weird. I gotta take this real slow when it comes to killing Rakanishu here. Alright, it wasn't hard to kill him, but I just want to make sure my partner doesn't die. These skeletons hurt and they barely take any physical damage. They must have like naturally high resists or something. Small charm, not bad. Let's see. Hit recovery, yay. Alright, let's go find Deckard. They gave us like the aura that makes us take more damage. I wonder if monster type matters when it comes to using like find item on them, you know? Like, I know that, for example, things that fly can't drop like boots or something, you know, like it messes up their item drops. So I'm curious how much that's impacted by find item in post of that. So like after they die, does it also keep tracking? Well, I should find the waypoint, I guess. There it is. And I should get rid of this stupid curse. Oh my god, I went away the moment I went it down. Sell the worst potions. Because I need some super healing if I plan on fighting my way through all this. Now, skeleton archers always felt really weak when it comes to killing them. That worked out pretty well. What's this again? Okay. Mana burn always sucks, but at least he died pretty quick. Templar coat, I might grab that because I think that these armors in general tend to sell for a pretty penny.
I am overburdened.
And like overall, it's just a matter of like, I need to keep up my gold stash. I'm not going to use that mace regardless, probably, of what it rolled, unless it was like complete god tier rolls, you know, which are very unlikely. I'd rather get my 30,000 gold. Put this battle cry or whatever it's called on the enemies. It reduces their damage or something. What does it do again exactly? So it reduces enemy damage and enemy defense, so easier for me to hit them and they do less damage. I need to get used to using that more. I'm kind of excited to see what the what's it called, the jail or whatever is gonna have for me, because if it keeps being this clearable, oh my god, why am I using the wrong weapons? If it keeps being this clearable though, whenever I make it to the catacombs and whatnot, I could actually probably decently quickly clear my way repeated. Oh my. Clear my way to Andy and kill her a few times. Gothic plate. I think what I do here is grab the Gothic plate. Let's go get some gold. Keep up our gold stashes.
Good day.
Yeah, see, it's just because of the defense, it just sells for such an incredible amount of gold. Like, damn. This thing is also going to sell for 35k. Yeah, so that's just 70k right there. All it took was a portal and 2 town scrolls. Worth it. But this game loves its high defense armor, even though high defense armor doesn't do too much. I think the devs just overvalued it in the way that like it sells, but it makes for an easy store of cash to get. Because 86k is like 2 to 3 revives of my follower. That's like 100 potions. Archers. Oh my. Oh. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to send my way back through a portal and he killed him last second. Alright, super healing, super healing, super healing, super healing. Let's get our follower and I buffed back up. I don't want these buffs to drop ever in hill difficulty. Let's see how effective this is. Oh, I never said it. Oh, I need to start doing this. So what I can do now is, as I kill small groups of enemies like this, because I'll be using potions, I'm gonna bludgeon them all, obviously, kill them. Like I had to use a health potion there already, so then I can swap 9.
I can't
Restock.
carry anymore.
Hell yeah. Look at me go, figuring out how to do hell without spending all of my money. Don't need to buy potions when you have like a 59% chance of dropping a super potion off every single enemy you hit. That's it. It's just so many more potions. Okay, this is way better. Let's buff back up. That guy's just over there holding off the hordes. But then anytime I kill big groups like this, I think because of the fact that they drop potions the way they do, I do think that anytime I do that, it's probably best to work them. 'Cause, I mean, I still get a bunch of potions anyways. I can always get potions from like non-elites, but I want to get my highest chance of getting a good like amulet or something. 3 to curses. Damn, why can't I get like a 3 to war cries or 3? Oh, honestly, I'd rather have 3 to masteries. I think that's rough. I don't know. Maybe just 2 to all skills would have been nice. Or 1 to all skills or whatever. I'll sell that still. I imagine something like that sells for a pretty penny. My Grand Scepter might sell for a couple thousand. Let's see if I can pull some of these guys away. That's a multi-shotter. Let's see if we can pull them this way. My follower might actually be stupid as hell. Yeah, we ain't fighting them, bud.
Thanks.
Alright, we go the other way. We're not messing with those guys. They slow us way too much. They do a ton of damage. I'll consider fighting the tree. I should watch my screen. I can't heal with this poison on me though. Oh, and it's yeah, an extra strong enemy would probably do that to you. Gothic axe, okay, so it's not really worth it. Okay, so those guys hurt way too much too. And they're electric. I just don't feel like extra strong, yeah, and their chilling aura. Man, what's up with all these enemies sucking to fight? Give me something fun to fight again. That probably poisoned me. They hit me. Alright, yeah, I'll go repair my items. Oh, it really broke that fast after I got that warning. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Greetings.
Yeah, they sell for like 1,000, damn. Only 4K. We'll just dump our gems in there. I cleaned up while I was offline, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. All right, here we go. Ah, let's see what we can do about this guy. I mean, they obviously are gonna hurt, but we can split them up like this and take them on 2 to 3 at a time. It'll be way easier. Yep, he's cursed. Damn, that's crazy.
Thanks.
Yeah, we can maybe build these guys. Extra strong, extra fast, aura enchanted, and curse. That's like, I mean, aside from literally just being immune to me, that's like the worst combo we could have got.
I can't carry anymore.
But we can replenish a lot of our potions at least.
I can't carry anymore.
And then I'm gonna take this plate mail because it'll probably sell for a pretty penny.
I can't carry anymore. This tree is one of a kind. Impossible.
Yeah, can't put it in there. Ah, perfect. I didn't have to spend much time looking for that.
Oh, there.
And as far as I'm aware, with the Stony Fields, we got nice, easy walk up here. Let's go free some Deckard Cain.
The land here is dead and lifeless.
Yeah, actually, those auras make everything hard to deal with.
Deckard Cain, you've got to get out of here.
You have. Good day.
Sell that for its 13 grand or whatever. Let's see. Triple res max damage. We have attack rating, dex, and damage reduced by 1. The cold. My cold resist is 5, so this would drop my cold resist, but it would increase my poison, lightning, fire. And then it would give me 6 to minimum damage. I'm gonna hold on to this for a minute and kind of think about what I want to do with it if I care. Because, like, I mean, 100 something attack rating translates to quite a bit when you have all the percentages I have going on.
When I fled.
Deckard Cain still didn't fucking leave, dude.
Impossible.
My god, this guy, let me tell you. I swear he's got a fucking death wish. I think I like left the portal before he got through his. There he is.
Us regret. Good to see you.
And I assume it's just going to be up this way.
This monastery reeks with evil and corruption. I can't. Impossible.
Hello.
for stone skin makes this a very slow process.
I am overburdened.
The Yetis always hurt, but at least they're hard to get surrounds on you. And as long as we can use some of these doorways to our advantage, we'll not hopefully get too overwhelmed by any one enemy that we fight. Making good progress though.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, we're almost 2k. 2k HP.
I am overburdened. I can't.
Yeah, we keep them trapped in the doorway like this. It's a little harder for them to hit for all of them to hit us and for all the archers. Why did it not swap? There we go. These guys slap a little bit because they're multiple hits, cursed, and all that other stuff, but he was pretty squishy, so not a big deal. I'm just gonna use a potion, then I can go grab this. Let's obviously buff back up. Ooh, that was rough. just getting clobbered in that corner.
The Order welcomes you.
Whew. Oh, we're making good progress. I guess my friend needed a fifth. But I'd missed the message for some League of Legends. I wouldn't have played anyways. They messaged me after I started this, so.
I am overburdened.
Oh, we got them all. Let's run this way to get my follower to teleport. Yeah, I don't want him standing in the middle of the whole enemy group the whole time. I mean, I can regroup up here and slowly make our way back. I'll stand between my follower and the enemies, let him heal a bit. Because he heals while he fights, but he also heals whenever I heal him. But I would like to say my potion is a little bit for me.
Impossible.
Just want to check this out. He doesn't need mana.
I can't. I am overburdened.
Stone skin, extra strong. That's alright.
I am
Your rune. Stone skin, of course. Why am I not healing? It's wild.
I should take this to Chelsea.
This is worth it, I promise. This is more about like sending a message than it is about actually being worth killing him. Because he gives like no items. You can't even like use any, I don't know, it's like it's not really worth it, but worth it just because I did it, you know?
Yes.
Oh, thank.
You're welcome. I figured it was gonna be the bone snap. Couldn't remember the name of it, but I figured that's what it was gonna be.
What you need?
Sell that for 35,000, and then bone snap for like 3.5. Yeah, I remember it being like super pitiful when it came to selling it.
Greetings.
Get it.
All right, let's head down into the catacombs and find our way to Andariel as fast as we can. Then I'm gonna try to make sure that I do the double quest bug. I need to look up before I fight her how you double quest bug it, because I know so in D2R they made it so you didn't have to actually do the quest bug to bug her in regular. However, I do know that terror zoned Andy is not quest bug naturally in D2R, so you still you still quest bug her specifically so that whenever she's terror zoned she gets quest bugged. That's like the use of terror zoning, like quest bugging her now, where it used to be you did it because that's the only way you could have her quest bugged. And since I'm in hell, I actually care about making sure with utmost certainty that she is quest bugged. I have ghosts here. Ghosts both eat my mana and don't take like any physical damage. Why is it all ghosts? No. I ain't dealing with this. We're running past them all. You guys aren't taking my mana. Mine. My own. Those guys are poisoned. Are you kidding me?
Thanks.
A stupid follower stayed in the corner and got himself killed. Why doesn't he just jump out? I'll revive him in town here shortly.
I can't.
Okay, so this seems like more like a floor I'm going to want to maybe actually fight some stuff on, so let's go revive him.
Carry anymore.
Hello.
I'm going to check something real quick. Wrong thing. What's going on here? Okay, nothing's going on. Checking my secondary computer. See if there was... I was remoting in just to make sure everything was in order on it. Let's repair, because we're about to start scrapping.
Good evening.
So I think my goal on this stream is I'm going to try to get through Andy. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to quest bug her. And then next time I stream, I'm going to probably do like just Andy runs. Hell Andy repeatedly over and over. And see if we can start getting some items. Because with our current gear, we're not making it through Diablo. We might not even make it through Duriel, to be honest. Duriel's still kind of like, you know, cheesable. Because honestly, I don't even think the act boxes are going to be the worst part. I think it's going to be like chaos, you know, is going to be a pain. Trying to kill all the Seal Guardians in Chaos Sanctuary. That's really going to be what's going to hurt us. So, my goal is to... What is that item again? Is that like a spear? Oh, that's the hammer. Yeah, that's my goal. Make it to Andy. And then once I'm at Andy, I'll be able to farm her for a bit. There's an elite amongst these guys. I'm just skipping it. Seems like this was a bad direction to go. Hopefully my guy stays alive. I mean, I'm running so far away, I doubt the enemies keep hitting him, because there's like, it seems to me anyways that there's like a radius around which your follower, like enemies won't hit your follower anymore if you get too far away from it.
Stay a while and listen.
I think it's like Diablo 2 probably has enemies go stationary for efficiency reasons at like, you know, say 2.5 screens away from you, so they're not going to be actively moving beyond that point. And so if you get, you know, X distance in game away from them, then they will stop swinging on you or your ally, like your follower. That's at least my best understanding of why this happens. Now your ally, like your follower, obviously doesn't stop moving, but the enemies do. But your follower's goal at that point becomes just trying to get to you, and so it kind of like evens out. Like he's not hitting them and they're not hitting him. Here's my 59% chance to grab more potions. Restock a little bit. So yeah, however long it takes me to get to and beat Andariel's how long I'll probably play today. Unless it's like in the next like 10 minutes or something, obviously, which it won't be. I imagine I still got quite a ways to go to get there and get set up and get the kill. The next time I play, it'll be another farming stream, sadly. But not so sadly, I guess, because I do need, at least in hell difficulty, I'll have a much higher chance of getting the items that I need to, you know, go forward into the game. I'll be also farming one of the best bosses in hell difficulty to farm for early to mid game farming. Much higher chance of my knowledge dropping all the good stuff. Plus she's kind of easier to cheese because I can get my poison res, which is right now at -10. I can get that up to 65 with that with the antidote strat, which in my opinion will make her one of the easier bosses to deal with. But we shall see. There it is. Yeah, level 3. Now I think the next one brings us up to the inner cloister. We have bone snap. Oh god. They absolutely touched my man. Alright.
Good to see you.
That's why I've been saving up all my gold. Damn, they crushed him.
Good day.
I think they have the fanaticism aura. I believe that's what that was. Maybe I'm wrong. But it did not take them long to run up on us, clobber him to death in like 3 hits, and then almost kill me.
Welcomes you.
But that's to be expected. I was watching some League of Legends today. I'm a League of Legends fan. And I'm enjoying some LEC at the moment with the Los Ratones and their, you know, chance of actually making playoffs now. So I know most people, if anyone's here, you know, you're watching Diablo 2, you probably don't play League, you know what's going on. The basic synopsis is that the way that League works is that they kind of franchise similar to like American football, their professional scene. And with that, you don't see, like, for example, like teams that buy their slots kind of get to keep them, even if their teams aren't the best technically. So it runs in that area of like, you're relying, when you franchise like that, you're relying on teams to make the right calls to win and not the right calls for marketing, you know, to hire the best players rather than just putting up a team for, you know, show or whatever. Which, I mean, there's been some issues that have happened in the past with that. So like there was like that time where a team tried to put in, I think they were doing really bad, so they tried basically playing like a full female roster, and the reality with League is that there's just not enough female players at the professional level to, you know, actually set a full professional team of all women players. Like, I'm sure, I don't know of any that currently play at that level, but I'm sure you could find like some high level female players in a game like League that could play technically professional, but you can't, I don't know of 5 that can, you know. not in a way to where you're gonna get like a full set team. But they did it, and they got curb stomped for a whole year, and I think they got threatened to get like removed or something that made them change. Or maybe it was just the fans kind of stopped enjoying it or whatever. But you know, it's just something like that when it comes to league that can happen. And so one thing I always liked about Counter-Strike, for example, is that they have tier systems, but those tiers are determined by your like play. So like if you're really good, you'll get to play at the highest level. If you're not really good, you know, you're gonna be kind of relegated to lower tiers, tournaments and stuff like that, as far as like invites and whatnot go. I think that's just kind of fair, you know, like at the end of the day, you want the best competition, and you're just not going to get that if you let people buy their way into the competition rather than earn it. But recently the LEC, because of the popularity of this, like, so basically there still is like a tier 2 scene that exists for people who are like practicing and want to go pro, but for now they're just playing on like whatever, you know, type of organization they can. Oh man, I'm really dragging out this statement. Regardless, there's basically a tier 2 scene that does exist, but it has pretty much no carryover into who gets to go from tier 2 to pro. It's more or less like you have to get noticed somehow. But there was a meme team that was created by some streamers and like former pros and whatnot, and they decided to try to compete at a tier 2 level, and they were dominating. It made people start asking the question, like, first of all, these are really popular players, but also like, if this team of streamers is able to destroy tier 2, what happens if we put them in tier 1 play? So they ended up making this first split here allow for 2 teams to be invited from the tier 2 scene to play in the tier 1. So basically the 2 winning teams, the 2 best teams on the tier 2 level, get to play now this season at the tier 1 level for like 1 split. And Las Ratones is the meme team, and they're actually now playing at the tier 1 level. The other team that's playing at the tier 1 level, that was like a tier 2 team, KCB, they're not doing the hottest, but I mean, they put up like a few decent games at the tier 1 level. But the meme team, the streamer team, is making a run, and they're actually in playoff contention at the moment. They're sitting at 5-5 out of, you know, as you play 11 games, they're sitting at 5-5, which is a respectable scoreline, all things considered, for a team made up of entirely streamers. And like, let's see, they have like a rookie streamer, and then 2 or 3 like former pros that then became streamers and entertainment personalities, and then they're ran by one of the largest streamers in the world. So Cadril is like the team manager and kind of the one who set up everything for them. It's been pretty entertaining to watch. I've been enjoying it, following the story, obviously. All right, we got waypoint. That's nice. That'll be good for running this area over and over. All right, I need to reconnect with my follower because he's decided to get stuck in a corner, and I would like him to come with me. But that's what I spent my morning doing, is I was just watching a couple of the LEC games, seeing how the teams are looking. I wish I was good enough to play at their level, but I am not professional worthy. I'm a hard stuck high diamond low or high emerald low diamond player. Oh, maybe this year I'll get out of emerald. Out of diamond, I meant. First, I gotta get back to, I haven't been playing as much at the start of the season. I always avoid playing too much at the start of a season. It's always kind of like, they shake up the meta every year a little bit. So like they'll make every like year end, they basically will go through and do a bunch of changes. So I always avoid playing too crazy much unless the meta is good for me right at start of year, because like people will abuse the good stuff very hard, you know. I mean, rightfully so. If it's good for you, abuse it, obviously, but it's not as fun, in my opinion, to be playing a game where you're just people are abusing like one or two items that are like super giga busted, and everything else just feels kind of mid in comparison. You know, it's just not as fun, in my opinion. Especially not like a competitive scene type thing, you know. Like if it was for you know, non-competitive games or whatever, you know, like I don't care if you use busted things in a non-competitive game. I mean, there's broken things here in Diablo 2, you know, but people use all sorts of, like, whenever you're playing a competitive game, I hold a different, you know, opinion there. Like I want my competitive games to be competitive. Oh crap, I'm getting hit by people I can't even see. It's kind of funny, where the hell do they all keep coming from? They take no damage. All right, I'm wasting my time beating up zombies. All right, next floor. We're here. Ooh. Okay. That was almost real bad.
Greetings.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm being stupid. Let's just chug these. Give the one to give my follower a few of them. I'm just gonna run past the zombies over to Andariel's room,
Thanks.
clear out some space, and then fight her. And that's about 2.5 minutes worth of. Jeez, why? I really rolled like the worst possible room. Damn, that's crazy.
Good evening.
Thanks. 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 Thanks.
Hello.
This is rough.
Good evening.
I saved him. He died down. Are you kidding me? I thought I saved him.
The Order welcomes you.
Again. This is fine. This is what Diablo 2 is about, you know? What the hell is killing him? Like, does Andy do that much damage to my follower? I'm so confused. I mean, I guess she really does hurt. Like, oh, and she also does extra damage. I forgot that they do extra damage to bosses, you know? Or bosses do extra damage to them. Why do I have the wrong weapons on? Let's get a reset in on this.
Yes.
Come on, put it in there.
Not in town.
I'm gonna real quick look up how to bug Andy. Okay, I just want to make sure I had it all right. So I need to kill her, take the portal, immediately go east. Go east, save, and exit. Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure I had it right. Because I would hate to do this and then not have her quest bugged. And I know it's not as important, but still worth it, in my opinion. Okay, let's do this. Oh,
Let the gate be opened. I am overburdened.
go straight to Warev.
The caravan.
Go east.
Hello.
Save and exit. All difficulty. And permanently quest bugged. Let's go.
You.
I know.
Summoning skills Necro. Oh.
It is an honor to serve you.
But the deed is done. 32, jeez. Why is this selling for that much? Is it just all the damage? That pays for my revive of my partner at least.
Welcome.
Hello again, Al. Oh, hi there.
Can't believe that I went down there and it was like the entire room just had might aura. I was like, oh my god, like every single enemy. Oh, that was painful, but we did it. We did it. I'm gonna do a couple Andy. I'm gonna do like at least another Andy run, just see how it kind of goes as far as like how effective will it be to keep farming her. I think the big thing is just gonna be how fast can I get to her, you know? And how much does it cost to do so? Are these guys gonna be worth fighting? Ow, it would appear if they are, they hurt at least, which sucks. But if I'm gonna be farming Andy, I would like to at least be able to kill some of the stuff on the way, because this gives good XP, and there's a good XP and a decent chance of loot. Really?
I can't.
Not one of them. I wonder.
I can't care.
Again, a corpse can only. I always want to make sure they could only be found itemed on. How many rubies I'm finding? I might just try to do a couple crafts of new weapons. Yeah, we don't want to fight anyone with Might Aura. We ain't stopping to fight those fools. Oh, it looks like we are gonna have to run by them at least. It's not even them that has anything for it, it's whoever's on the other side of the wall. I'll see, with this floor already, it kind of feels like I might actually have a better chance of doing this without having to town 80 times, because I can kind of like slowly work my way to her. I need to just kill the shamans though. Bro's immune to physical. Means the best I can hope for is to stand over here and not deal with him.
Greetings.
Thank you, Mr. Saribot. My goat. My absolute fucking goat, dude. Coming in clutch.
day.
I am overburdened.
Yes, yeah, I can just clear out this area way easier than I could, like, the other direction, I guess. Let's pull some of these guys, though. Biggest thing's killing these ghouls.
Yes?
Man, why do they all gotta have these bad auras?
I can't carry anymore.
He does like a eighth of his, or like a third of his HP bar in a single hit. That's wild.
Thanks. Thanks.
Order welcomes you.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I can't. I am overburdened.
Now we can restock up on some of the full rejuvenation potions. And I'll be able to refill my rejuves as I run through. Hopefully with that gold that I get from those items, it kind of pays for the runs. Let's see, what boots? We got Sanders, another pair of Sanders. And then 2 necromancer skills and I guess just a lot of damage on that thing.
Good day.
How many Ort runes do I have? I realized I shouldn't have made a full earlier. I remember now why I was saving all my Orts. I'll hold on to the Sanders for funsies, because I have 3 pieces Sanders now. I already have the boots. These are like better boots, aren't they? Oh, they're worse. Let's see, 40, 100, 510. 40, 100, 510. And why I wouldn't keep those then?
Yes?
35,000, not bad. And then 70,000, yeah. That's a lot of gold. Alright, let's see about one more run of Andy and see how that goes. Actually, what's the cleaver base damage? E2R. And obviously I have Naga at 16 to 45, so it's 10 to 33 to 16 to 45, so you're talking about a 50% increase or so. 50% increase in damage, but I'd have to roll 2 good ones. Honestly, I have a lot of rubies.
I can't.
I might just do it. I still have 2 potions in there. Prevent monster heal. This is just 27 to... I don't need so much the mana leech at the moment. 2736. So I think it might honestly be an upgrade to just go with it. Plus the attack rating is nice. But we'll make one more. Alright, so we got min damage, Life steal, a little bit of fire damage, a little bit of fire resist. That one didn't really turn out that good. Not better than I think this is, because this is one hand damage, 46 to 79 versus 2765. Yeah, and then lower fire. Yeah, so that one's actually trash. But I do think that this will be a fair damage. So like 29, 299, 596 goes to 380, 785. So it's going up by almost 200 on the offhand and almost 100 on the main hand. And I'll see if I don't think I really need the mana off that because I have 10% mana leech on my helm. And this one also has that prevent monster heal, but also it has that 103 to attack rating, which I don't think this has. Yeah, no, that was a little bit of attack speed, but really I'm trading some mana leech and attack speed for a significantly higher damage offhand weapon. I want to try to avoid fighting too much on the way down. I don't think it'll be worth it. It just takes so long to kill everything. And I already have to clear out quite a bit once I'm down here. So I have to fight these things. I never did buy potions. I just want to kill all the shamans real quick. Now that we kind of got ourselves cornered in, it'll be a little easier to, because we aren't able to get fully surrounded easily. Come on, swap weapons, bud. We can actually hit things. See how much more effort it takes them to surround us. wish that my follower let them all come in. Oops. I used all my mana potions. Ooh, chain boots. Probably nothing good, but it's good to see some green items still. Oh, that's not what we want. All right, time to stock up for the Andy fight.
The Order welcomes you.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, hit me, Andy, please. I'm my follower. Okay, well, I guess she decided she wanted to hit my follower. Of course he's decided to pull up.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
Yes?
You've got to be kidding me. Hello. Welcome. It's going pretty good. I beat Andy, but I'm obviously not very strong yet. So I've been trying to farm her, but she just takes so long to kill, and it just doesn't feel like it's worth it to go back and farm anything on Nightmare that's easy to farm. So I just figured I'll just keep bashing my head into her until I either win. Well, I know I win, but you know, just keep bashing my head into her. Hopefully get some good drops. It just takes so long to kill her. So are you how long have I been playing? So that's a bit of a loaded question. So I started playing Diablo 2 whenever I was a kid with my dad. So I would have been like, you know, many years ago. Like I'm talking like I was probably like 7 or so at the time. So, you know, you're talking, well, I've never identified this.
I can't carry anymore.
So at that point, you know, you could say like, oh, I've been playing for 17 years, but it was like off and on. So like as a kid, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I was never really good at the game. And then as an adult, I came back to it, and now I can like beat the game and stuff with normal character, with like, I don't know, something like if you put me on Sork, I could beat the game in like 2 days, you know, just having a little bit of fun with it. But I'm not, I would say, the most experienced player out here, because I also, you know, I've only really played for fun. I haven't played Diablo 2 on any like competitive, like grind it for 7 months straight type situation. Never like raced for rank 1 or anything. Are you a big Diablo 2 player? Have you played for a long time? All right. Oh, well, that Andy run's done. Have you been playing it recently? Have you just like picked it up? Well, I mean, I also recommend it. At least it's like, it's a good type of game, at least in my experience. All right, it's fun to play it. You know, every once in a while you just like get that urge to come back to the game and grind it. I will say, if you're looking for like the most robust end game ever with like, you know, tons and tons of new stuff to do all the time, it's not maybe the game for you. But if you're looking to sometimes just have a game where it's just fun to log in and play it a little bit and try to like get a good build, you know, it's kind of like one of those things like a lot of people play like season reset, and then they'll play for a little while, and then eventually they'll leave the game again and they'll wait a couple months and come back. That's my kind of view of the game. Unless you're like a big speed runner or something. If you're into like trying to min-max like speed running and crazy builds and challenge runs, like this game has all that for you. But that's like, you know, you're not playing just one character the whole time when you're doing that type of stuff, obviously. And then there is also a non-season community. So usually whenever you do the seasons, this game has like a really hard gearing curve where you can, it's hard to even just get like what's considered like starter gear, you know? So it has a very steep gearing curve, and there's an off-season community that does exist where people play off-season, specifically trying to like min-max their characters, because you realistically can't min-max a character, or at least most people can't. Maybe if you're like a hardcore grinder, you know, but like most people can't min-max a character in one singular season. And so some people have like those off-season characters where their goal is just get that character maxed out with everything. No, I've never done that. Closest I've had is I've had like some decently geared paladins before. My Sork was decently geared when I played her. Like that's where I got like my first Shaco and stuff. But even Shaco's like, I mean, for some builds it's the best in slot in the game. For well, I wouldn't even say it's best in slot. Honestly, best in slot. It's like not even because like yeah, it takes a lot of grinding in this game. Well, that would have been a good base if I was playing him. What's it like, a paladin or something? But yeah, it's a very heavy grind if you're wanting to get perfect gear. I'd say that's really the biggest thing with it, because even like, so in a lot of games, I don't know if you ever played like Diablo 2 or like Diablo 4 or whatever, but in a lot of games like that, the best gear is usually uniques and set items. But in this game, even in the end game, a lot of the times there's going to be blue or yellow items that actually surpass your unique and legendary and like your unique or set items or whatever. But they're just very inconsistent to roll. So like, for example, you can pick up a circlet, and a circlet can technically contain, you know, any random combination of stats on a yellow circlet, but they have the potential to, what's it called, to roll plus skillers on top of like other good stats that you're going to want to get. And so it makes it so it's actually more valuable to try to find this yellow circlet than this unique item that has a special name and everything, you know? Heard a flawless emerald. For other games similar to this that I play, obviously I play some Diablo 2, which is what I'm doing now, but I'll play Path of Exile every once in a while. I'll play like Last Epoch. Those are other games similar to this I like to play. I'll play Diablo 3 and 4 sometimes. As far as like what do I stream, recently has been mostly just Diablo 2 because I've been trying to obviously do this, which this is taking me forever because all the limitations I'm putting on myself restrict a lot of the good early game items, which is why I'm struggling so much. I can't, you know, make grief or anything that's considered good for this type of challenge for like melee characters. But outside of this, I play like, in my own time, I'll play some games that are like competitive MOBA, so things like League of Legends. I enjoy some Counter-Strike, but I'm taking some time before I start really getting into streaming those, at least, because I wouldn't say I'm good enough to really make anything worth watching, or to really do anything worth watching unless you're just here for like the personality or whatever, which I don't think I have enough experience entertaining to justify trying to run an entire stream like that. I'd rather practice on my own time and get better, unless people decide they want to watch that. That's up to them. What type of games do you come from that your friends recommending you to play Diablo? Yeah. CS was my thing whenever I was younger, and I still go back to it. It's like an old passion, but League of Legends is like my made fun of it my entire life. My sister played it type game, and then I got to college and I was like a senior in college, and I was like, man, I'm bored. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna give this game that I've made fun of for years a shot. And I never looked back. Then like 2.5 years, I hit Diamond. Thank you for saying that. I'm trying, but sometimes I'm still getting used. So like, I'm still getting used to being able to focus on talking and playing simultaneously, because those are, you know, two separate things to do, and they both require like a little, like, in order, I have to focus on both trying to, you know, not die, read chat, and I'm trying to like explain everything that I mean, I don't know, it's very brain overwhelming. It's actually a pretty recent thing for me. So like I tried a couple times here or there whenever I was in school, but I could just never really have the time to just sit there and focus on it. I need to get her to aim at me and not, no, don't kill my follower, please. Hit me instead, please. Oh, she killed him. So yeah, I did it a little bit whenever I was in school, but getting the time to do it was always kind of the tricky part. And I've started doing it again recently, but now I also work full time, which in and of itself takes away quite a bit of your time as an adult. So I've been trying to keep up with it. So recently I made a commitment to this challenge. I was going to try to stream once or twice a week. Yeah, I do expect I'll get better with time, but first I need to put the time in, I guess. Let's get some potions in my belt. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too disappointing. At the end of the day, this is like a hobby for me. So as long as I don't overwhelm myself to the point that I quit, I should be able to, you know, keep it up until I do get better at it. And if it doesn't, you know, work out and I decide one day to completely quit, then at least I have my full-time job to fall back on for money.
I would have gone with you to the end.
Thank you for the follow. Means a lot to have someone who's interested in watching some games, hanging out. I hope you one thing, my favorite part about getting a follow though is hearing the Lord of the Rings references. I need to run in circles for a minute while I heal. The poison's eating away at my health bar as fast as I'm healing. I'm from West Virginia originally. That's where I went to school. And that's in the United States. Obviously, I don't know if you're from the same country as I am, and I don't have to expect that you would know where West Virginia is if you are from another country. That'd be like me being expected to know every like sub-region of Germany or something, which I do not. I love geography, but one thing I'm still struggling with is names. So when you say you're from Florida, where at in Florida? Are you talking like northern Florida? Because obviously there's like the panhandle, or I guess the peninsula going all the way out into the ocean. But even there is like, you know, the part that everyone knows, which is areas like Miami or something. But then there's also, you know, the lesser known areas. Miami, yeah. Oh, how is it? Because like I imagine that there's an area where it's nice to live somewhere like that, but I feel like it'd also be maybe kind of annoying to live somewhere like that with all the people that kind of come through.
The sisterhood welcomes you.
The order welcomes you.
Let's see, is this worth it for my guy? No, it's not. No life steal, nothing. 4 res amulet. That's not gonna be better than mine. I got my amulet's got 2 to mastery, so even though this gives 4 res, I think my, yeah, it's true. Up here in West Virginia, we get quite a bit of snow at this time of year. We got hit by that big winter storm that came through, made it real cold for a while. And then whenever I've been going out and running, so I run at 6 a.m. before work to save on time, and when I'm running every day, my like breath's freezing immediately on my mustache here, and it's been rough.
Good day.
Hey, I mean, I'm jealous. All right, Miami, I'm sure it's beautiful as far as weather goes. I think the only thing I'd hate there is when you get those like yeah, like what's it called? Spring break time. I feel like Miami would be kind of miserable, to be honest. It was bad for some people. I don't mind. I love driving in the snow. That's kind of like my thing. So every time it snows, I go out and drive around and whatnot, because it's like the perfect time, in my opinion, to go driving, because no one else is on the road to get in my way. But for other people, I mean, it was bad. Some people were stuck in their houses for a long time. My mom lives kind of rural, so took her some effort to get off the hill. Oh God. My dad almost moved to Miami though, so he had a job offer down there, but the expenses for like so he has like a lake house in New York. Meanwhile, he could get like a normal house in Miami, which is going to cost him like well more than, you know, the house price that he has up here in the north. And it just, to him, it wasn't worth it for not even really that much of a pay increase. So he ended up backing out because like the place he's at now gave him a raise basically to stay. And at that point, it just wasn't financially viable to move to Miami anymore. But I mean, everyone wants to move to Miami, so I guess it's expensive because of that. Yeah, I'm sure. And especially like my dad's well off, he could afford it, but like I can't imagine what it's like to like be born there. Because I don't know like what your experience is with it, but West Virginia is not a very expensive place to live up here. And I, you know, somewhat struggle even being like, you know, I have a 5-year degree. I'm working as an accountant, and I'm struggling right now, you know, not struggling, but like obviously like, I'm not rolling in cash living even here. I can't imagine what it'd be like living in Miami, you know, like, and plus just the job market is so rough that like entry-level positions just don't seem to pay well enough to really support a good life at this moment, where it's like I can't imagine what it would be like to be like a young person in Miami just trying to like make ends meet, being surrounded by like the people who have their $1 million oceanside house. And I mean, that all inherently is going to drive up property damage. I mean, I don't blame the people who have money. At the end of the day, like, you know, they're just trying to enjoy the money that they have. And I know some are, you know, Nepo babies, but there's also quite a bit of wealthy people out there that earn their money. It's more about the fact that it just sucks for the youth who kind of get screwed over in all of it. I don't want to go activate the illegal. No, I mean, I assume there's definitely people out there. I mean, if you were rich as fuck, that'd be pretty cool, you know? There's nothing wrong with being rich. I think that if you're rich, you know, as long as you're good, like a decent person, I don't think there's an issue with you being rich, even if you were. But I mean, living in Miami, I assume there has to be someone out there who's, you know, not mega rich living in Miami. I just don't know what that lifestyle is like, because that's not something I've ever experienced. I'm sure it's worth like, I'm sure there's like cool experiences though that come with it too though. I mean, I'm sure I'll end up going there at some point. I know whenever I was a kid, I went to Orlando, obviously, for at least I think I was young, so maybe I've got the cities mixed up. And I've been to Jacksonville, Florida. So that's where my adopted sister, she was in the military, so that's where she was stationed at. So I went there. That's like right on the border with Georgia. Oh my god, why do I keep getting these immune to physical guys? And all I do is physical damage. And he's about to give people Might Aura. I'm stuck. Ah. You say that's great with dots. I don't know, I guess, tons about affiliation with Twitch. I just know that they do some stuff for that. Are you a streamer yourself? Do you have any knowledge of affiliation and stuff? How does it all work?
Good to see you.
Not here.
The Order welcomes you.
Yeah, I'd heard some of that stuff before where like there's like that certain threshold, but I just wasn't sure about what the threshold was set at. Or what benefits came at different tiers, because then there's like, I know at the much higher tiers, like being a Twitch partner, that's like if you have like a lot more pull, I guess, on the website, which I definitely do not. Does it also say, like, whenever it's talking about things like having those average of like 3 viewers or average of 4 or whatever it was, does it mean like people who have come in and viewed, or average of 3 over the course of the entire stream? Yeah, because that's something I've always been because like whenever I see like my average, they're like, oh, you had an average of this many viewers over this period of time, which, I mean, with this run, surprisingly, most of the people that are here aren't hanging out today, because usually I get a handful of people that stop through during these streams for this like challenge, but they're not here. But you know, like when I look at my stats, like, oh yeah, an average of like 2.4 viewers or something like that. But that's like total viewers on my stream would be like 6, but then average on like this one specific stream, like over the whole period of time, will only be like, you know, somewhere like say 2.4 or 3 or something like that. But if it's like just I need to have like 3 viewers for like on a stream at a time or something, that's like a lot more doable, I think. How often do you play other games like League, for example? Something I'm just using League because that's something I do play quite a bit. I'm more familiar with it.
Good day.
That makes sense, yeah. I don't think I have 25 followers yet. I think you put me probably somewhere around 15, I believe. Let's see. You are the 13th. Which, oh, I can hear myself now because I pulled on my own Twitch. So you being 13th puts me just beyond the halfway point, which is, thank you for helping me get that way, or get there. I'd say the biggest issue I'd run into though is when you go to stream other games, obviously, like, or like not you, but like when I go to stream other games, I might have some of that drop off just because, you know, different people want to see different stuff. Oh, please don't hit him. He's expensive. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, since this is a hobby, I'm not going to be the most heartbroken if I lose some viewers along the way from like them not wanting to see whatever games I'm playing. Because until I really find my niche and it being my, you know, a hobby and not my main job, it's not like quite as damning. And I mean, even if people only hang out for a little while, you know, it's still practice, which is the most important part. Like you said, like I need time to really get a feel for all this streaming stuff. So what happened with your whole job and everything that made you quit streaming? Because I noticed, like, you know, several things could have gone on to really push you away from it, whether it's just time commitment or maybe you have a family, I don't know.
Greetings.
Good day.
That's a lot of damage. $105 divided by 2 is 52.5, and then this would go up to 105 also. No. 103. I'm gonna hold on to this axe just in case. Really cool that you work as a graphic designer, though. I'm sure that job's like I'm sure it's kind of a dream job in a sense for you.
Greetings.
Most people who I know that want to work in the arts, it's usually a big deal for them when they do get their chance to finally work in their field as some type of, you know, artist. Like people will like travel hundreds of miles to live somewhere else just for the chance to like make music or be part of some type of musical organization. And you get to do it while living on a beach. Or near a beach, not really on a beach per se. Maybe you live on a beach. I'd be down to take a look at some of your stuff. Although, I just need to make sure, however I'm viewing it, it's in like a, you know, a relatively safe manner. I always get nervous about like clicking strange links or whatever.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I do have a Discord. I can add you on there. Just obviously not while I'm running for my life through these catacombs. So who do you usually do your graphics design stuff for? Because obviously there's like different levels of like, I guess, artists and what their main niche or industry is. So like, oh god, man, that's crazy. Whatever was hitting me in there really hurt, but I'm just gonna do this because you get your, in this game, when you die, you have to go pick your body up. But if you just revive, if you just go back to town, you'll get your body back at spawn. But I do have to restock all my potions now. Well, here, let me add you real quick. Just need to remember how I do all this. Let me pull this up bigger because that was a little hard to see. I have my third monitor over here to my left, and it's like partially covered by another screen, which is making it a little hard to see the start of the name. All right, I should have sent you a request. It'll be like Turbo Turtle or something. That's the name I usually use whenever I'm playing with my friends casually. It's my personal Discord. It's the same name I've been using since I was in like high school. But as for my time here, I'm probably actually going to end the stream. I've been streaming now for a couple hours, and I originally was going to end after I beat Andy, and then I decided I had to like run 1 or 2 Andy runs. And then in the middle of that, right before I was about to get off, you hopped in, so I figured I'd hang out here for another, 20-30 minutes and chat. But now I got you on Discord. You're a follower, so I'll probably I hope to see you back here at some point. But I think that's going to be all for me as far as streaming goes for the day. And so thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming and chatting. A little bit sad that my usual crowd, IOU Payne and Matt Nez and stuff, they didn't get a chance to stop in, but they'll probably be happy to see I made it past Andariel and Hell difficulty, so now I got some new places to farm. But have a good evening.